What is up? We are your Colorado real estate family, Pete and Chelsea Sweeney. And you know what? We haven't covered the city too much. Actually, we've only done one video of Castle Rock, Colorado. But lately, we've been helping out so many people just like yourself who are purchasing houses down in Castle Rock. It's only the right thing to do to cover the cost of living, what it costs to live in Castle Rock, Colorado.
All right, let's go.
If this is your first time watching one of our cost of living videos, what we like to do is go off of that cost of living index where 100 is your national average. If it's higher than that, obviously it's more expensive. If it's below it, then it's cheaper than your national average. And we're looking at Castle Rock, Colorado. So we're actually going to kind of go back and forth on this one because I think that it's good to compare Castle Rock to Denver as well. So we'll probably throw a few of those Denver cost of living indexes out along with the Castle Rock one. So overall, we're talking about everything lumped into one sum. You're looking at Castle Rock, Colorado's cost of living index is a 137.8. How does that compare to Denver? Denver's actually going to be 10 points lower at a 127.8. So it's pretty crazy, like just right at 10 points, how it's a little bit cheaper in Denver than it is in Castle Rock. And that wasn't always a thing. Like when we were growing up, Castle Rock was kind of that small town outside of Denver, but it became super popular for people who are like, you know what, I work in Denver, but I don't necessarily want to live inside of Denver. Castle Rock blew up, and that's why many times when we're talking about these cities outlying Denver where people live in them but they work in Denver, we call it the Castle Rock effect, because that's kind of where it really blew up first, was in Castle Rock, Colorado.
So the other thing too is to kind of consider that's the overall. So how does that break down? Like why is it 10 points higher than Denver? Yep. So if you're looking at groceries, and Castle Rock is going to be a 102, and then over in Denver it's going to be like 101.9. So very, very comparable. Not a huge difference in groceries. If you're looking at housing, that's going to be a little bit different. In Castle Rock it's 202. Over in Denver it's 184, which is a significant difference. Now before we jump into that, Peter's going to go over some more specific numbers. If you're liking the content, you want to travel around with us to all these different cities in Denver, please hit the subscribe button, notification bell down below, and then also feel free to give us a call if you're looking for a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Colorado.
Yeah, guys, just a real quick note, when you do that, you get this channel exposed to so many more people, so if you think it's valuable, other people probably think it's valuable. It gets us out there a little bit more to get that information out. If you are also looking to purchase real estate in the state of Colorado, give us a call or text the phone number right below. I think there's an email in there somewhere as well too, but like I said, reach out to us. We like to help you out. We are your top relocation experts when relocating into the Denver metro area of Colorado. All right, cool. Let's go and dive into the real estate because numbers only mean a certain thing, right? It's like, all right, cool. Yeah, it's a 184, whatever, 202. Those numbers don't mean anything to me. What am I going to pay when I'm purchasing a house in Castle Rock, Colorado? What we'd like to do on this channel is go off your median sales price, and we're going to break it down a little bit. We're going to go into your single family and then also your multifamily or your attached. We're talking about those condos, townhouses, and row homes. If we're looking at your single family houses, we're looking at a median sales price in Castle Rock, Colorado of $665,000. All right, cool. Now let's go ahead and break it down into your attached. What we're looking at, if you're going to purchase a townhouse, condo, row home in Castle Rock, Colorado, you're looking at a median sales price of $425,000. Now, what does that look like when comparing it to Denver?
If you're looking at the single family, you're going to be at average about $615,000. But if you're looking at that attached row condo, all of that, it's going to be closer to $375,000 range. So definitely a big difference. This is something that we went back and forth on. I said, man, wasn't Castle Rock always kind of more expensive than Denver? We think that in the home area, like as far as homes go, it was always kind of where some of the newer, bigger, more custom homes were as we were growing up.
Yep.
Now, obviously Denver has kind of expanded and we start seeing a lot of those bigger, houses and kind of the most custom on the outsides of Denver, but Castle Rock still just has those unique, beautiful homes and people are willing to pay for it.
Yeah, it's crazy how much is being getting built in Castle Rock, Colorado. Like I said, we're constantly going down there, helping buyers out because it is so appealing to be in Castle Rock. It's like you're in the mountains, but not necessarily in the mountains. It's kind of weird because if you go to the east side of Castle Rock, you see the Great Plains right there, beautiful Great Plains, Parker kind of in the distance. And so, but you go out there and it's just like new builds just everywhere, no matter where you go. And so it's building up like crazy there. There is a lot of single family, not too much attached to your multifamily out there though. And that's why Denver might be a little bit cheaper. They do have more of that multifamily product in Denver as opposed to Castle Rock.
So utilities, if we look at that, it's going to be 97.1 over in Castle Rock, and then it's going to be 96.2 in Denver. Again, not a huge difference. We're starting to kind of see a trend here of why Castle Rock is driving up, and it might just be those real estate prices, but let's check out some more things. What about transportation?
Yeah, so transportation isn't going to be that much different in regards to the cost of living index as well. If you're looking at Denver, it's going to be a 116, whereas Castle Rock is a 118.9. So not that much difference. The biggest difference that you're really going to see when talking about transportation in Denver as opposed to Castle Rock is that light rail station, that commuter rail, right? Because you have it over in Denver, you don't have it in Castle Rock. I'm not sure if it's going to go down there. I'm not sure if they have plans for like super future to bring it all the way down there. Maybe so, who knows? But currently Castle Rock does not have that light rail station, so that's a huge deal when talking about your public transportation.
Yeah, a lot of our clients who are choosing Castle Rock, they are willing to make the drive to know that they still have that foothill style lifestyle, the biking trails, all of the things to get them out and about, but still be within close proximity. So that is one thing that people are choosing. Like, yeah, cool, Chelsea, like I will take the foothills and I will drive to work, like not a big deal. So whereas a lot of people who are choosing Denver, they really do like not having to drive around. They like being able to commute by light rail. So that is kind of a very different lifestyle.
It is.
Now, if we're talking about health, they are close in proximity. How far do you think it would take us to get from Denver to Castle Rock? Like 15,
20 minutes depending on traffic. It sucks in that morning commute just because people are going into work, and not only are you hitting that traffic from people heading from Castle Rock, you have a lot of people from this Colorado Springs as well too who are heading up, and so that traffic really congests. So it might take an hour to go from Castle Rock to Denver on a really bad traffic day.
Really bad day, yeah. But I don't see a huge difference in the cost of health, which is nice. So even with being a little further away from Denver, we still have a lot of good opportunities for healthcare systems. So in Castle Rock, it's going to be 83.1, and over in Denver, it's going to be 83.9. So again, very, very close. Nothing to actually compare there necessarily. You're going to be able to have the options. It's just going to be in Denver. Obviously, it's going to be right there, whereas you might have to drive from Castle Rock.
The last and final cost of living that we're going to go over is your miscellaneous. What is that? We're talking about your restaurants. We're talking about your shopping, which is kind of crazy that Castle Rock is a little bit more expensive because they have the outlet mall down there. Aren't outlet malls supposed to be like cheaper or something like that?
That's what I thought. They're still name brands.
Yeah, I guess so. And they do have some like nice boutiques down there and all. I got to throw it in there. It's a miscellaneous, guys. All right, cool. So what are we looking at with miscellaneous? Castle Rock is going to be a 114.7 as opposed to Denver. You're looking at a 102.8. So definitely more expensive.
I think these are the two big things that really separate Castle Rock's cost of living to Denver, and that's going to be housing and miscellaneous. You have to understand, before getting the outlet mall up north of Denver, Castle Rock is where everybody went for the outlet mall. Like, we would drive down there, we would go shopping, you'd spend a whole day there, get some nice lunch, and that was kind of what it was known for. Even as locals or natives, we did not go to Castle Rock for anything outside of shopping and food. And it was beautiful over there. We didn't do a lot of hiking because you can get hiking all along the west side, and a lot of those hiking trails are being used by a lot of the residents there. And so a lot of the times people would come in from other cities and go specifically for the outlet malls. All right, we talked about all the different cost of livings of Castle Rock. So many of you are choosing Castle Rock. We absolutely love going around Castle Rock with you. So if Castle Rock is on that list for you, definitely reach out. We are doing these videos for you. So if you have other questions, please let us know.
And of course, guys, if you are looking at purchasing real estate in the state of Colorado, give us a call or text right below, right there. We are your top relocation experts. So make sure to reach out if you do need someone to help you out. And then until next time, we love you. Bye.
Bye.
If this is your first time watching Wasta, looking at Castle Rock cost of living index as you're looking at Castle Rock, looking at a median sales price of $445,000, right? No,
25.
new builds for
Everywhere.
I think this is the second most expensive comparison in regards. I think this is second.
Here, I can do it.
Okay.
Before getting the outlet mall up in northern, in the Denver Metro.
Northern Denver Metro.
In what?
Northern Denver Metro.